So I've already connected the water and turned it on. I have not run it yet.
Hey everybody, so I'm going to be here for a little bit this morning and I'm going to help do some things around the house to clean it up a bit. I'm going to be painting the bathroom a little bit, the touch-ups. I'm going to try to scrape those palm trees out of the tub, and I'm going to work my way into the Three Seasons room over there. Try to get some of that out of there, try to take some of that, all the screws out of the wall and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit busy here and try to get as much done as possible. So, all right, let's go. That one came off really easily. This one probably. Yay! So I'm going to keep going at the painting here and there, just adding more coats on as it dries. But Andrew also wanted the paper taken off the floor, so we're going to do that and do some vacuuming maybe. I've got to see how much time I've got. I wanted to go to the grocery store today, but this is more fun, so I'm going to stay here I think instead, and we'll go to the store later on. But I still haven't gotten to the Three Seasons room, sunroom out there. But I do want to get rid of this paper because it's driving me nuts. I don't like cardboard. I don't like paper on the floor. So it's time to get that off, and then we'll see what we can do to clean around here. So yeah, I'm glad I got the window stickers off. Those palm trees came off way easier than I thought they would. I've been wanting to take the French door stickers and lining off of those windows as well. So got that done too. The kids are being pretty good. They're just playing. I can see them outside. So yeah, we're gonna just keep going until we can't possibly go anymore. So.
Welcome back. So we're here in the bathroom where it's nice and it's really nice, and that's really nice. I got the right bulbs in there. They're very bright though. So Xana has been cleaning up. There's still work yet to be done. So this edging, we both kind of decided we don't really like that. It finished kind of rough, not happy with it. I'm gonna throw a trim over that, sort of a back band, or I'm gonna make it into a back band. Something relatively low profile. And of course we still have to do the white grout. I'm waiting for the kitchen though, because I'm gonna have white grout out for that. And there's still a little bit of grout haze, things like that. But Xana was hard at it. She took out my palm trees. I'm rather disappointed by that. So, anywho, we got trims to put on. Still got to hook up the drain to this sink. I got a faucet, got some caulking in here. I got this outlet I can hook up. All kinds of stuff yet to be done in here. But the goal ultimately for today, I think I want to make that bathroom functional as much as possible. We don't necessarily need the shower functional yet. Not really planning to add a whole lot of function to that until we get the all the caulking and everything done. I don't want any water making it where it doesn't belong getting stuck. So I'm gonna hold off on that for the most part, unless I get to the caulking today, we'll see. And of course there's the kitchen sink that still has to be done. Xana did apply another coat today, and these countertops are looking good. I especially like this corner, the way this all terminated nice. You know, I took my time with the measurements and they worked out. It's always nice when that happens. So yeah, this sink, it would be really nice to get this hooked up as well. And while I'm at it, I can get the dishwasher hooked up. And I just got back from the hardware store, so I'm starting pretty late today. After work, I went out to Menards and picked up the last of the supplies I need to run the gas lines. Once I get the gas line out to the house and I run the black pipes through the house, I can turn the gas on and we can have hot water. The furnace will work, which would be kind of nice. It's a little chilly right now, honestly. It's very chilly. I got a sweater on inside. It's not enough. I would turn the furnace on. I don't plan on burning any more propane in here. But even after I get that in, I still have to convert the furnace from propane to natural gas. I did find the orifices that they switched out of it originally, because it was originally natural gas and they switched it to propane. So I think I got everything I need to just do that. So hopefully I just get it done. That would be nice. But yeah, we got that. We can run a dryer. We could start doing laundry at the house. That would be really handy. And you know, after that, once we take care of the mess outside, and by that I mean it's very sandy, it's very dirty. All that sand gets tracked into the house. We really want to get that under control, because that's a major hindrance, especially now that we got a nice floor down. We don't want sand in the house. It's one of the most damaging things to any surface, really. Sand is basically silica. Silica is extremely hard, and it roughens everything up. There's a reason we use it in sandpaper, and it's harder than steel, so use your imagination as to what it does when you're walking on a floor with sand on it. So at any rate, before we get on to all that, we're going to hop into the garage real quick, and we're going to throw the stain over those cold air returns that we started yesterday. And after that, we're going to throw the clear coat on. We're going to see what our finish looks like. And if I'm comfortable with that, I'm going to hop on to the bigger things. We got doors to do. I got all kinds of odds and ends that need the same process, basically. So that's just going to be a thing I do when I get here. I'm either staining or clear coating or doing something, because it's a multi-step process with all these wood pieces. And it's, you know, it's fine by me. Like I said, I come in and I'll spend, you know, the first half hour, 40 minutes or so doing that. And you know, what's worse than that? I mean, the way I see it right now, I'm literally spending the first 5 minutes of my workday talking to a camera. I think I can afford the time to, you know, stain when I come in. So that'll be just part of my routine from here on out for the next probably couple of weeks or so. Maybe longer, depending on how quickly I get the rest of the products. So yeah, let's get to it so we can get to more. Alright, so I'm actually going to let that sit for a little while. One of the things I'm trying to see is how long I want to let this stain sit before wiping it off. So this one was a little too early. I revealed a little bit of white there, not super happy. The last one was a little better. And this one here, it's an oil-based stain, so I probably don't need to be that quick. It's a wiping stain, so I'm going to leave it on there for a while and see what happens if I wipe it off then, give it time to really soak in, and yeah, just going to play with it that way until I figure out what I like. So let's hop into the kitchen, and not the kitchen, sorry, the bathroom, and see what we can get done in there. So, when it comes to pure silicone, I prefer to be very careful. So I don't do a lot of this. I do a lot of urethane. I'm very good with urethane. I do that freehand all day long. And acrylic, things like that, much easier. When it comes to silicones like this, I will mask off and I will tool it, just because you know, it's a very visible joint. It's a very critical area. and I want to be careful. I don't want that accidental slot, because even somebody who's good can still make a little mistake, and if you make a mistake, it's very hard to reverse. So a little bit of time on prep saves a lot of heartache. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so yeah, I don't know where the caulking gun went. I put it away, I guess. So now I'm going to tool this. Now, I don't actually have a silicone tool, but I do instead. I noticed one day while I was working and I didn't have anything to tool what I needed. The thing I noticed is that the caulking doesn't stick to the inside of the caulking tube. That's interesting. So what I did that day, and it worked really well, is I took my tube, and I'm going to grab it just so I could show you. Alright, so I'm back. So this is the tube I took it from. Came right from there. So that day, when I ran into that predicament, I took the bottom and I scooped up. Now, obviously, it leaves a pretty big radius, but it worked really, really well. So I cut the bottom off, and what I can do now is I just put it to the radius I want by bending it and move up. And it's flexible, it's disposable, and it works pretty well. So if I take off excess, obviously I just have to wipe it off and keep going. And I might have to do a bit of that. So that's what I started doing. I don't know if anybody else does that, but it works well for me. And it might seem a little bit gross, and I guess it is in some ways. Yeah, you spit on your finger and you can smooth it out without everything sticking to your finger. And the reason it being is pretty much all caulkings don't stick to saliva. So that's why people do it, all right? It's not the same effect if you dip your finger in water. Not the same thing. So yeah, I know it's gross, but it works really well. And we'll clean it after, don't worry. I did not take into account that Xana just painted there. She's gonna be mad. Oh no. She literally just put paint there earlier today. She's doing the touch up. I forgot all about that. I should have waited. Alright, so the tape's off, and obviously that leaves a little bit of a lip, and I take the tape off as quickly as possible. And again, I don't actually know how a lot of people do this. This is just how I do it. But now that I've got it off, it's already in a good shape. It's about as low profile as it could be in this case. You know, I got enough to cover the color. And I'm just going to go back in and kind of just feather out the edges because it leaves a little bit of a lip. I'm not removing any material. I'm just gently pressing against it. All right. So we're going to get started with the tricky parts. That's getting this in because it's the furthest reach. And then I'm going to install this, and then I'm going to connect everything underneath. What did they give us? So this is a gasket. It's going to fit right inside this ring, right here. And I'm going to tighten it down directly to the slab. And it's going to seal just on its own. So it's a long thread, it's behind here. So what they gave me is this little tool. So I'm going to start threading this on. This fits over, and it allows all the thread to go through, and I can put a screwdriver on here and use that to turn. Like so. So I'm going to get that on. Oh, by the way, I got a number of comments about this drain being on the wrong side. I thought the same thing, but I kept referring back to the picture, and all the pictures showed it in the back. It looks like they gave it a little decorative trim here. So it's the same dimensions either way. That's just an aesthetic choice. Just letting you know. Alright, so at this point, it's way too tight down there for both of us at the same time, so I'm going to get all the pieces cut and ready, and then I'll show you what we got. Alright, so I got it all done down here. We'll have a quick look. So, here's the drain pipe they supplied, and it's an above the counter sink, so there was actually lots of space here. You could see the whole thing coming down. It was nice, easy access. So from there, I connected a little adapter, goes to the 1.5 inch, and I got my P-trap here, which goes into the wall. And you see my error that I still have to cover up. But thank goodness nobody will see that. I just want to cover it up to keep the spiders from going in and out as they please. I will get to that in good time. So I've already connected the water and turned it on. I have not run it yet. So, yeah, that's working. Beautiful. Yeah, so that's functioning. Down here, not anticipating any leaks. It's a pretty simple thing I did. And I believe we're good. So I'm going to let that run for about 10 minutes or so. And just come back, make sure there's no drips. Awesome, we got a sink. We finally got a sink. This is a good day. This is a really good day. So yeah, I'll be back in tomorrow. It's already late, so yeah, I'm happy. I didn't have much time here. Like I said, I got in very late, but I'll be back in tomorrow, and we'll get even more done. We'll probably get another sink on, or I'll get the tub finished. It'd be really nice to get that done. I'm anxious to see this bathroom done just because it was so much work and we're so close. I've also got to get the toilet moved in here sooner than later because I want to gut out that other bathroom. So, plenty to do, and if you've been following us this far, don't forget to hit that like button if you didn't at the beginning. The very start of the video, that's the time. You know, that's when you should hit the like button, but I'm letting you know now, hit that like button and share it to somebody. You know, if you know somebody who's into renovations, hoarder houses, who knows? I mean, it's not really a hoarder house anymore, but we're dealing with hoarder issues, so still kind of in the same lane. So, all right, I'll be back to it.